right, Kimberly, just tell me about yourself. State your full name and so forth.
Okay, my name is Kimberly DeBruler. I'm a recent graduate of the STEM Institute. I left Brookhaven College last year and I started at Rice University. I'm currently a biochemistry major there.
That's great. Now, Kimberly, well, first of all, what is your goal over at Rice University?
My goal at Rice University is to complete my Bachelor's of Science in Biochemistry. I'm also looking into a double major, a Bachelor's of Arts in Religious Studies, because that allows me to pursue a tandem interest in humanities. My overarching goal is to attend medical school and particularly to go into neurosurgery, but I like looking at questions of how people work and how the brain works. And to me, the humanities and looking at how we think about things and contextualize meaning and make meaning as human beings complements looking at how our brain works and how the neurons put all the enzymes and the transistors to work.
Yeah, I can see where you're going with philosophy and the science part.
He was my people, yeah.
That's great, that's great. Well, when did you first become involved in the STEM Institute, and just kind of elaborate, how did you first become involved with the program?
I became involved in the STEM Institute simply by looking for scholarships. I was on the foundation website looking through every scholarship that I was eligible for. I applied for all of them. STEM Institute was the scholarship I got, so that was where I started with it. And from there started attending the workshops and different things that were provided as part of the scholarship, and really came to understand how much the foundation could mean, how much it had to offer, the quality of the people that were associated with it, and the wonderful student pool that it had put together. And so my involvement in it started with the scholarship, but it definitely expanded out to appreciating the STEM Institute far outside of that.
Now, once you're in the program, so what years were you in the program?
I was in the program from 2010 through 2012.
Now, what did you benefit the most out of the STEM Institute?
Definitely the mentorship program. That was the most beneficial. Having the support, having the insight. Claire was a wonderful mentor for me because she did go very far in her career, postdoctoral research in chemistry. So she understood what it was like to pursue a science career to that level and had a lot of incredible advice to give, support. She was always incredibly generous with her time. I know she shows up everywhere for everything and somehow managed to also be a wonderful chemistry teacher. But she was the one who actually encouraged me to and pushed me to pursue the harder goals. Apply to Rice, don't just apply to UTD and UTA. Apply for the national scholarships. I got a national scholarship as well. So that support and that encouragement and that go for it support was what made the biggest difference for me.
Now, this is, to my understanding, is Claire Brambro from Brookhaven College. Could you just go ahead and state that? Claire
yes, Claire Brambro from Dr. Claire Brambro from Brookhaven College was my faculty mentor, and I was assigned to her through STEM.
Also, another thing is that I understand that you and Claire went to
Purdue
University. Could you elaborate? Just explain that.
Yes, Claire invited me to accompany her to Purdue for the ACEL Chemistry Conference. So ACEL is Advancing Chemistry Education Through Laboratory Learning. I'm proud of myself that I remember that. So the idea behind the conference was that chemistry faculty from around the country came to Purdue and each brought one student. And so the idea is that we were testing new, innovative laboratory classes and seeing whether they worked, whether they didn't work, what we all thought you got out of it, how they could be improved. So I accompanied her and got to see firsthand what a wonderful teacher she was. I knew what a wonderful mentor she was, but because she teaches non-majors and I was a chemistry major, had never actually taken her class. But it really reinforced to me what a wonderful science department Brookhaven has and what wonderful faculty DCCCD really has to offer, because seeing her working with a variety of students from different universities working with other professors, it was obvious that students were gravitating towards Claire for advice. They wanted to be on Claire's lab group because she explained things quickly and she understood how to get the experiments working. So that was a wonderful learning experience.
Of course, you know, it's always not common to see too many females. I know that one thing is the subject is to, you know, have more females being involved in the science technology. How was Claire an example to you?
She was a wonderful example of a female in science, not only for her accomplishments in science, but as we discussed earlier, for her ability to balance that with a family and with other obligations. She has 2 lovely kids, a wonderful husband, and the career that she's passionate about, and she's found a way to make time for all of that and make it all work. So that's actually a very hopeful thing to see as a future female scientist.
That's great. What do you think, now going about the program itself, what do you think is important for, well, why do you think this program, the STEM Institute, should continue for future students?
I think that the STEM Institute serves an invaluable role in giving promising students from perhaps less advantageous backgrounds an entry into the upper echelons of science. Science is not an easy field to break into, coming from a non-traditional path. You need to start accumulating credentials, and that is a difficult thing to do in a community college without something like the STEM program that makes connections for you, that puts you in good places in connection with people who can connect you to science on a real level rather than just an academic or a classroom level. And the experience that I got through STEM of speaking with scientists, of going into labs, I actually got a job in a lab within the community college district through STEM, which gave me some really invaluable basic knowledge. All of that carried forward, and I was able to very easily walk into a top flight research laboratory at Rice University and go to work, basically a few weeks into the semester there. So that is absolutely irreplaceable value.
That's great. Now, just kind of wrapping it up, what do you wish to say to all our supporters and donors who have made this STEM Institute possible?
What I would like to say to the donors is that I am where I am, and the career that I'm going to have from here on out is due in large part to the STEM Institute. And so the doctor I become, the lives I may save, the research I may conduct, none of that would have happened without Dallas County Community College. None of it would have happened without STEM. I would be doing the same unfulfilling, unchallenging job that I was doing 3 years ago. I would not be at Rice without STEM, and I would not be at Rice without DCCCD and all of the people who support it.
Great. That's great. Well said. Well said.